So in our research, we're talking about what is the most important thing we have. All right, we know what to do with our dogs, we know what to do with our furniture, we're getting our residency together, so we've got all that paperwork together, but we don't have the basic needs, which is shelter. Where are we going to stay? What are we going to do once we land?
One of the first things that anybody who is moving to Costa Rica, they get bombarded with is buy some land, buy a house, buy this, buy that. It is very easy to buy a piece of property. It's not so easy if you need to go ahead and sell the property. Again, Costa Rica is so varied in its topography, in its population, in its weather, that why should we really lock ourselves down? And this is kind of the strategy that Fran and I have been working under. Why do we want to lock ourselves down to living in a single area, tying up $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 worth of our retirement dollars for a place that may very well be a short-time venture? You know, Tim started asking us a bunch of very honest, honest questions.
Right, he really did.
You know, Andy, what happens if you move to San Ramon and you realize that your neighbors are loud, they're nasty, and you just want to get the heck out of there, but you own a house? What are you going to do then? Or God forbid, friend, what are you going to do if Andy dies? What are you going to do? How are you going to go ahead and be able to get rid of that asset and then get your life back in order? What we're looking at right now is we're looking at rental, long-term rental. We want to be in places 6 months to a year. Let's sample what the country has to offer. We want to move to the Central Valley. Maybe next year we'd like to go ahead and spend 6 months down on the beach. When we were down there a few months ago, we were looking at some houses. We can get today houses that are 1,500, 1,800 square feet, fully furnished, with electricity, and in most cases, even high-speed internet, for $600 to $700 per month. You're not going to find any places like that in the States. Now, granted, you may not have a beautifully paved road to get to the place. It may be a little bumpy, and you better have that little four-wheel drive vehicle to get there. But you're going to be in a house that is going to have spectacular views out over a valley. From our standpoint of view, this is what we're looking at. Now, your needs may be different. It's going to be very important before you make this move, while you're doing your research, to investigate and determine what are your needs. What are your personal things that you've got to satisfy in order to do something like this? There are lots of companies that offer tours that will teach you a little bit about Costa Rica, but also offer the ability for you to learn about the different property opportunities there are for you there.
Plus, I think the more that you're there, the more you're going to find these great deals. The more that you get immersed in the culture and get some friends that are locals. And
that's a great point.
You're going to find these phenomenal deals. We've met some very interesting people. We're starting to network with them. And we have a lead on a possible 2 or 3 homes that we could probably rent.
We're not sure exactly when we're going to move. It may not be for another 3, 4, or 5 months. We've got to be able to sell our house in Charlotte here first. The nice thing is we are establishing a network. We have friends there on our behalf that if we see something, they can go out and check it out for us and perhaps find out when it's going to become available. You have to be able to jump on opportunities when they arise. But doing it long distance might be problematic without having a network of friends in Costa Rica that can help.